Welcome back, everybody. You've probably seen the last episode there. I wasn't having any luck with that belt pulley. So today we're going to work on this instead, something like hand tackle. Taking off the steering bands off the front wheels so I can go put these out in the snowbank for now. No sense in tying up valuable shop space with wheels that we aren't going to get to anytime soon. I put some duct tape over the hole on the back. I put the hubcap back on the front there to keep at least most of the water out of the hubs over the few months that they're going to sit out in the weather here until we can get to them. I got the one wheel off, so I'm going to roll that outside, then we'll continue taking the bolts off of the bands on this wheel, and we'll do the same thing there, and then maybe we'll do some cleaning and organizing after that or something. We'll see. We'll find something to work on. Welcome back. So tonight I'm going to see if I can possibly get this differential out of here. I got the cotter pins pulled on the 4 big studs there, so I can pull those nuts off, and then these top bearing caps should come off. I don't know if these are marked in any way yet because everything is still gunky. So I put a single punch mark there and 2 punch marks here so I can put things back together if they are not marked. And same story, I put 2 punch marks there and a single punch mark here. So that way, hopefully we can get everything put back together the same orientation as how it came out of here. Maybe there is marks of some sort once we get it cleaned up, but just in case there isn't. I'm going to see what I can do here. I'll check back when I have something more interesting to show you. Well, that wasn't too bad. Got the cherry picker set up. Got the differential bearing caps pulled. There's just a little stud on the bottom, on the inside of it. It locates on the top of the bearing. So there's actually a steel bearing with babbitt on the inside, and then this is the part that actually spins. Not quite what I was expecting. Kind of interesting. I just got it rigged up with a bolt through with a chunk of chain. Nothing fancy there. And there again, completely OSHA approved, I am sure. So we'll see if we can finagle this over onto the bench and check it out a little bit more. That's quite the lube in there. Sticky, gunky stuff there. Look at the grip on that guy. Yeah. I'm no expert, but I'm pretty sure that's not good. Our babbitt is wore out, I'm pretty sure. Can't imagine it should be that sloppy in there. I don't know how tight it should be, but I can't imagine it should be like that. And both sides are the same way. So, unless somebody knows more than I do, I'm pretty sure that means we got babbitt work in our future. Bummer. Okay, after a little studying in here, I think I got it figured out how to take this. Is it the right term? Intermediate shaft, maybe, for that one? Let's call it that until somebody corrects me. I got this cover off of this side. I've got the majority of the gunk scraped out of there. This nut isn't even tight. It's got the cotter key in it, but I can't imagine it should be that loose. Just to make a mental note of that. I think once I take that side apart, then I could take this whole assembly apart. I got the bearing. I've just hooked it with the hook, and I could pull it out of the housing on this side. And from what I can see, the gears, all 3 of them, are, I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but I can wiggle them all on the shaft. So they're loose on the actual shaft itself, from what I can tell. So I think if I pull all the bearings out of that side, then I can bring the shaft through and basically leave the gears right in the transmission, pull the shaft, and then pull the gears out after. Just a mental note here how these all go together. So the biggest diameter gear is on the left side of the tractor. Of course, the little one is in the middle, and the medium one is on the right side, with the worn edges of the gears towards the inside, or towards the center of the tractor. Okay, we're getting her. So that bearing won't go out that way. The belt pulley is in the way. But luckily, I could work the shaft out this direction like I'm currently doing. And once I got out far enough, I can get that first gear off the shaft and out of there. And then there's enough clearance to get the bearings out from the inside. And I just took the center gear off, put it on the table over here. I'm laying it all out exactly as I take it out to try to keep everything from getting mixed up, because I don't trust my memory anymore. And just about to pull this last gear off here, and then we'll show you what we got. Okay, got that all out. So I took the right guess on how it came apart, I guess. Shaft came out that direction. And I think I can get this shifting fork apart now, possibly, because I can actually get in here now with the hammer to hit this taper pin from the bottom side. And then that means I can get that apart. And then possibly with that out of the way, I might be able to get some of this one. Well, this one's still going to be tricky to get to. Maybe. Well, then at that point, maybe we can take apart that reverse idler gear down below there. To figure out how that comes apart yet. Shaft. Oh, there's a shaft there. And a bolt that goes down through the end of the inner part of the shaft. Oh yeah, down underneath here is a nut then. So if we take that bolt out, if we can, I don't know if we can do that until we get the belt pulley shaft apart or not. Anyway, I'll keep seeing what I can figure out here, and I'll let you know. Okay, I got that roll pin out. I just want to make a little reference here. So when the shift pocket is in the middle, this is what the detents look like, just so when I go to put this all back together, I get it right. And there's the hole. Now I just got to figure out how to get that loose and off of there. So that worked really well. I took a block 2x4 up against the hub of the shifter fork, up against that side, and then I took a big long punch and a few light persuasions with a little hammer, and the shaft started moving. And actually, once it was, I sprayed it down with a little PV blaster. Once it was starting to move, it moves rather easy. You just pull it right out. There's the shifter fork. And over here, and we can pull this one out. Put that along with it. Oh, what a gunky mess though. I'll be glad when this thing is all clean. Just everything you touch is just gunk. And I got that bolt out of that reverse idler shaft. It is bent, and it had some, I think it's like cotton string wrapped around the bottom to keep it oil tight, basically. So I thought that shaft would come right out of there then, but it's pretty stuck in there, and I'm not sure why. So I'm gonna call it a night. It's going on midnight here anyway. Enough fun for one day. I had the belt pulley shaft kind of out and loose, sitting in there so I could get a punch on that shaft. I figured I'd just drive it out that way. It was solid. Okay, I mean, it has to go that way. So I tried it the other way, same thing, solid. So I don't know. Maybe I'll go study the parts book and look at it again tomorrow with a fresh set of eyes. We'll take the flammable garbage out here because, like I mentioned before, you should always take your dirty, icky stain rags out so they don't spontaneously combust and burn down your shop. So, a little shop safety tip there for you. See you all tomorrow. Well, it's the next day. I don't know if you can see it, but it's snowing out there. It's a little on the cold side. I think it's hovering around 0, maybe just a little bit above. So I figured I'll work on the tractor. Oh, by the way, I put together my parts washer last night. So if we get some fluid in that, we can maybe get that going here one of these days. This morning I was trying to get this belt pulley off again. So I picked up a small bearing splitter that came in this morning. So I got that clamped around there. A little bit bigger probably would have been better, but this one's working. And with parts from 2 different pullers, I put together a combination that works. Clamping on some grade 8 bolts that are threaded into the bearing splitter puller. And I got her cranked up about as tight as I can crank her. So, and it ain't making any attempt to move. So I'm not sure what to do. I guess I'll just leave her with pressure on her and see if that constant tension over time does anything. It's about lunchtime here anyway, so I'll go have something to eat and just check back later. I don't know. I'm running out of ideas. Anybody got any brilliant ideas that I haven't thought of yet? Of course, I've been giving it the old whack, whack, whack. Sometimes that vibration helps to pop it loose, but nothing. I did discover that little spacer plate I got on there just for the center to ride on something. Makes a nice little ringing bell. So I've been kind of in a cleaning, organizing mood here today. I've been kind of trying to reshuffle a few things, squirrel away some of the tractor parts back in the corner here, stuff that we're not going to get to anytime soon. I dug out the grinder that was buried back there. I want to get that tuned up and working again because I'm going to want to use it here. This was a hand-me-down. One of Dad's friends was getting rid of it, so he brought it out for me. I don't know if Tom watches the channel here at all, but if you are, hey, still going, Tom. We're going to tune it up here a little bit. A few things on the to-do list. It needs a new cord for sure. It's needed a new cord for a long time, and I've just been putting it off. It's all cracked and really bad shape. We got to address this guard a little bit. It's rubbing on the motor on the inside, and it's actually worn right through. We'll either tune that up or possibly make a new one. We'll see how ambitious we get. As long as we're rewiring, we're also going to redo the switch because it's not even, see if I can show up in there. It's not even in a box. It's just the switch in the 1/4-inch plywood. So we're at least minimum take that apart and put it in a box, possibly rewire it. We'll see what it's like when we take it apart. And then we'll just give it a general cleanup and call it good for now. I was going to buy myself a new grinder, but it's like, you know, there's really nothing wrong with this one. The wheels go round and round and it grinds things, so it does its job. At least for now, we'll spend $0 because I'll have all the junk I need to fix this up on hand. We'll run it for a little bit longer, and then maybe someday we'll upgrade. So I'll tear it apart here and I'll show you what I find. There. Got it all rewired, all new wires, put a box in there, made a new guard there, new shield. And it didn't cost me a single dollar to do all this. I still gotta put some rubber feet or something on the bottom so it doesn't dance around. And I might move this coil wrap up deal somewhere else because it's kind of a pain with the motor right there. That's just where it always was. I might move it over to this side or something. Yeah. Like I said, it didn't cost me a thing. What did I make that guard out of, you might ask? I don't know. Just some junk I had laying around. See you guys later.